So, I did a thing. I am now riding a 2017 Harley Road King, and it's time for me to show you what it's like. Sounds good too. So the hardest thing to get used to is foot position, man. So why did I get this bike? Well, obviously, I love long distance touring, and this bike is absolutely perfect for it. With the stretch saddlebags, I mean, those things just look so sexy and they fit so much. And damn, I just got so tired of a couple of things. One, I got sick and tired of the high RPMs on the Sporty. Those vibrations, especially at 80 miles an hour, that's ridiculous, guys. Who would want to deal with that? But also, what I really got sick of was riding a girl's bike, because, you know, that Sporty, after all, is a girl's bike. I needed a man's bike. I needed to ride a bagger. So this bike just checks those boxes. I mean, who wouldn't want to ride a bike that's like riding on a sofa as you're going down the road, you know? And the power of the 107. Taking me a little bit of time to get used to this, but I'm really happy I got rid of my Sportster for this. It's a bike that fits me better, personality-wise, and I just got sick of challenging myself in that Sportster, you know? It was too much. As a friend of mine said while I was on the Route 66 trip, I needed big cojones to ride that thing across country. And, you know, I think my cojones got a little bit bigger now riding this thing. Some of you guys haven't figured out by now, I am on Kid Moto 22's 2017 Road King Special, and that tall mother in front of us is Kid Moto 22 riding my Harley Iron 883, riding Rosinati, and damn, he looks freaking cramped on that thing. This is a lot of bike, guys. I'll be honest with you, like, it is a ton of bike, and it would take me a lot of getting used to ride this thing. I mean, even just the hand positions are different. I feel like I'm stretched a little bit. And I just got to get a little bit comfortable with it, I guess. But it's still a fun bike to ride so far. Even with the Picasso, that is, all the dead bugs on the front of this bike right now. I think I would want handlebars I would lean these handlebars more towards me so I'm not so stretched. I feel a little bit stretched on it. I mean, I'm 5'10" with a 31 inseam. So I'm not saying this bike is too big for me, but I would definitely position the handlebars differently. But man, this 107, it kicks you in the ass, man. Kid Moto 22 said that there's times when he's riding this, and the feeling between 55 and 95 while riding this bike, there's very little difference. passed him, and it hardly felt like I was going any faster. But it's a lot of fun to ride this. I think it's time to switch back, because he's probably feeling a little cramped. Maybe I should tease him and just take off and hide for a couple hours with it and make him think I stole his bike. I think this community would ban me if I did that. I'm just kidding, Kid Moto 22. I think it's time to switch back. I gotta find out what he thought about riding the Iron 883, because his Sporty, well, that's a different experience. Because his Sporty was a 1200 when he had it. Should I get this in neutral? It's a freaking sexy bike. I mean, it really is. I love the looks of this thing. It's beautiful. But I'm going to give it back to him because he's probably super cramped on that bike. What do you think?
The ride was way different than my bike.
How so?
Totally different.
Well, you had a thicker front wheel, didn't you?
I had the skinny front wheel.
Did you?
Nope. The mid controls make it a completely different ride.
More challenging or easier?
I felt like as soon as I got on it, I wanted to bring it right into like heavy traffic and just weave as much as I could.
Yeah.
Comparatively to riding mine, which is like sometimes, I don't know if you notice that when you change lanes like this, you can be like, whoop, whoop, like, just go back and forth.
Yeah.
And this one just, kind of lends itself to just going back and forth so much quicker.
Yeah.
And so I felt that for sure. But then as we got on the road and got on kind of like the major road, I wanted my legs out because our position was so comfortable.
Yeah.
Like this was nice, but this ultimately for me was uncomfortable.
You felt cramped while going faster, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Yep. Like when we were reaching traffic, I just wanted to weave like crazy. Like I wanted traffic. But then when I got in the open road, I wanted to put my legs up, but I just wanted to like sit back in a recliner and be like, do that. But the bars are super comfortable.
Yeah.
You can't beat the Sportster sound. That sounds. I mean, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I really liked having the sound next to me again.
Yeah.
I liked that a lot.
He's talking about the pipes, the sound right next to him coming out of the exhaust there, as opposed to the Road King where it comes out the back, so you can hear it as you're riding.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
And these handlebars, they're not stock. The reason why these are so comfortable, these are the Biltwell chumps that I put on for long distance riding.
Yeah.
So on your Sporty,
my ass, by the way.
Say that again?
The Saddleman is not comfortable for me.
Okay, so you're not the first person to say that, and there's a lot of people. I mean, I think it's ridiculously comfortable. There's other people that I've talked to who say it's comfortable. What makes it uncomfortable for you?
It's too narrow.
Yeah.
So it's like basically it's like digging right into my butt bone. I could not ride this long distance with this particular seat.
Yeah.
It's not wide enough, but I've also gotten used to a seat that my entire butt sits on.
Yeah.
Half of my butt's hanging off this on both sides.
Yeah, right? So the step up compared to this. Yeah, that is definitely different.
Yeah. And I had forgotten too how light this is.
That's what I love about it. Like this, I struggled a little bit with this. This is the heaviest bike I've ever ridden in my life. By at least 200 pounds, because I can't remember how heavy the Heritage is, but it's definitely lighter than this.
Yep.
By far and away.
Yep, because the Heritage has the soft-sided saddlebags too. Well, they're hard case, but they're leather. They're not the full height.
Yeah.
Yeah, the seat, the Saddleman was too narrow for me.
That makes sense though. I mean, that's one of the reasons Tony Cox got rid of his Saddleman. I mean, there was a tear in it, but it was it was too thin for him as well.
Yeah. The other thing too I noticed when you went by me is rider position. That bike is set up for me and not for you.
I mentioned that, yeah.
And did you say that? Did you mention?
Yeah, how the handlebars, I would pull the handlebars back a little bit.
You were not in a comfortable position.
No.
You were leaning forward.
Yeah.
Your legs were forward and you were leaning forward.
Yeah.
But when they set this up and release it to like the general public when they sit on their showroom floor,
Yeah.
the bars are actually tipped back like this.
Yeah.
And I had the bars lined up because I like the line.
Sure.
I had the bars lined up straight with the front fork.
Yeah.
And that was also a better riding position for me. But they are out of the showroom floor, tipped back.
Yeah.
So that is that's a big difference from that perspective. But I mean, totally different because, the Sportster class, there's still the Dyna Softail line, and then you have your Heritage line before you get to the Touring. So there's 2 steps before you get to this.
Yeah.
line. So there's a world of difference between the two.
I'd like to ride it again with, like you said, this is set up for you. So my hands felt like this, trying to reach the levers, yep. And then there's also the handlebars themselves. Like you said, I was just leaning way too far forward. Yep. So I'd like to get on one again at a dealership maybe, and give it a try.
Yeah, I would go to a test ride days because those bikes are just stock. They haven't modified it.
Yeah.
And that would give you a better idea of your rider triangle, because they are tipped back. Because these are the stock bars. They're just rolled forward.
Yeah.
I didn't change the bars, and the bars weren't changed, when I bought it. They're just rolled forward a little bit to make them more up and down. Because even when you look at the profile of a Road King in the magazines, these bars look like they're a different shape, and they're not. They're just tipped back probably 20 degrees, because if you also see the windshields here, this windshield hits right up against, right up against my bars, and when you see the stock ones, there's a gap about that far. These bars are probably 2 inches forward from where they come on the showroom floor.
Give us a tour, man. Show us what you've done to this bike.
So for me, I put on the highway pegs, and so these are just the stock Harley highway pegs. The connectors that hold them on are by Ciro. I took the reflectors off the front. I put the extension on the front headlight.
Mm-hmm.
I put the nut covers down on the bottom, just kind of clean up the front end.
You said nut covers.
I put the windshield on here, the hand guards, and that really makes a huge difference in cold weather riding, because it pulls the wind right off your hands, so wind chill is not such a factor.
Right, so these are designed to fit with this particular bike?
Yep.
It looks like it.
You can buy them with the cutout in them. They have them without and with, depending on where your markers are. And so, and those are Memphis shades.
Okay.
I replaced the hand grips with the Get a Grip by Harley hand grips. Those are, I actually really, really like them, because it doesn't really matter what style of glove you wear with them, because the grip itself is all rubber. So they make grips actually that match these, which are really nice, but this is a smooth finish, and it's not good with certain types of leather gloves. Your hands get really slippery on them. So I haven't done anything with the air cleaner or the pipes. They're stock, save the slip-ons in the back, so I put Cab Performance slip-ons on there. And I exchanged the brake pedal on this side also, so that's another change that I did. And then these come paint matched, and I bought these by Kiriakin because the inserts have reflectors in them, and so I bought these through Kiriakin and put those on. And so, of course, I said the Cab Performance bikes, or Cab Performance pipes in the back. And then the Ciro 3D. These are run, stop, blink lights, so they are on all the time. And these are actually mounted, and they fit the line of the bike, so they cover up a gap that's right in here at the bottom, which is really nice, because then it creates that nice arc around the exhaust, which I really like. I put the rickrack bag on the back, and I use that mainly for traveling. I take that off, and underneath there is the King HD rack that goes on that. And then on this side, really the only thing that would be different is I took the heel shifter off because I like having more room for my foot. There is a heel shifter that Paul Yaffe makes that I really like. That's even with the back of it, and it comes out down here. And so I think at some point that'll be an upgrade that I'm going to do to put the heel shifter back on. I've never been a toe heel shifter, so I knew right away in the first season I wanted to eliminate that and provide as much room for my foot as I possibly could. And then the last thing was I just put the Rockform phone mount on, which is extraordinarily nice. Keeps your phone right up there. And then back on the front, I guess I forgot to say, I did put in LEDs up here. So the Harley Daymaker was already put in the front, and then I used a company called Moons MC out of California for my lights in the front, and they have the halo and then blink amber in the middle.
Yeah, they look sharp.
So and not everybody likes that look. I personally do like the halo and the amber in the middle. But that's about it. And functionally, I have the soft lowers in the front, and they really are just on there for functionality.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of them, but riding in cold weather, they pull all of that wind off your lower legs and your feet. My feet have never gotten cold, and I've ridden down to 27 degrees. My feet never got cold.
Nice. So just tell people about your channel a bit, what you do.
So I go by Kid Moto 22 on my channel, and it's essentially just me kind of riding in the upper Midwest. So I live Grand Forks. This is where I live, Grand Forks, North Dakota. It's 100 miles from the Canadian border. And so for me, I'm just kind of bringing a different flavor in terms of showing people what it's like to ride around that area, and then just telling my story. You know, what brought me to riding, you know, kind of what brought me to motovlogging. I haven't gotten into all of that yet, but certainly those are all things that are coming on my channel. So that's kind of it in a nutshell for me. I plan on doing a full review of every product that I've put on my bike and every product that I've used through this season, including some camping gear and some things that I've used to go to the Midwest Moto meetup. I think it's going to be important to do, you know, how I've used everything over the course of a riding season and how everything's held up or not held up, and so I can give an honest review of the things that I've purchased and put on the bike. So that'll probably be what I do in the winter, because riding in the winter is impossible for me. So, but that's me in a nutshell.
So if any of that sounds interesting to any of you guys, go ahead and check out in the description below. I've got a link to Kid Moto 22's channel and also his Instagram. And he's also a big part of the Discord. If you want to join the Discord, there's a link down below as well. You could chat with him, and it's the very best way to get a hold of me. So definitely check out Kid Moto 22 on all three of those things, and we look forward to chatting with you. So thanks for watching this one, everybody. I hope you liked it. If you did, go ahead and click on that like button. It helps out this channel a ton. If you found anything valuable in this video and you want to see more, go ahead and click on that subscribe button and that bell icon. And as always, ride safe out there, be kind, and keep your wheels rolling in the right direction. I will see you in the next video.